Hey Moon Magic, Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Beautiful souls, if you are watching this as I am uploading it, I do hope you had an amazing Christmas. Welcome back for anyone returning. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Today we're asking about January. What is happening in January for you? So we're going to get as much detail as we can. And we have three amazing cards to choose from, three stunning crystal angels as well. And so here we are. We have the Cloak of Christ for pile one. Let me show you these in detail. So this is the first card to choose for pile one. And we also have this beautiful snowflake obsidian angel. So this is for pile one. For pile two, we have Azar, Star of Venus. Isn't that stunning? Azar, Star of Venus, and this is sitting with the clear quartz angel. And pile three, we have the right choice. And this is sitting with the beautiful rose quartz angel. So these are our three piles, our three crystal angels to choose from. Beautiful souls, particularly as we embark upon a new year, January. You may find that there is more than one pile or more than one angel that's speaking to you. Sometimes in a pick a card reading, we can be drawn to more than one pile. I know, thank you so much, all of you who comment. I know from your comments that for some of you, indeed for many of you, that does sometimes happen. I've really noticed around the new year, it seems to really happen. So I think just perhaps because we are engaging with so many different thoughts about the coming year and, you know, in all sorts of different areas of our lives. So if you're drawn to more than one pile, do check them out. There may well be more than one message here for you. Beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer to give you a little bit extra time. You can always press the pause button if you need even more time, and I'll put the timestamps below, and I will put them into a comment as well. And beautiful souls, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never, ever, ever miss a reading as soon as I upload them. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile one, welcome to your reading. Beautiful souls, before I draw any more cards, I really want to focus in on this one because this card is quite something. It's message alone. If you've been drawn to this card, I guess obviously you have, or you wouldn't be checking in on this reading. But this is really something else. The Cloak of Christ is like, it's like the ultimate protection, the ultimate love, the ultimate validation and reward for your journey, the ultimate support. It's literally is like being wrapped in Christ light. It's quite extraordinary. Very interesting that this is the angel that came out before. I'd chosen the angels before I drew the cards, and this is the angel that came out for pile one. And Snowflake Obsidian is also bringing an incredibly protective energy. There is something about a really significant point on your journey where, I don't know whether you have reached a point where you really, really know, and you know that you're loved, you know that you're protected, you know that you're guided, almost like this sense of the peace of mind that comes with that heightened level of awareness. But this feels for me to be very profound, actually, as an energy. So let's bring in all of the oracle cards. I have several packs here that I'm going to use today. So these two from that pack. and that one. Definitely this one. That's it, I think, from that pack. And then I have a beautiful set of tarot cards. We're using the Golden Wheel Tarot today. But let's look at your oracle cards first. Transition and request. Ooh, resilience. We have the fox. And then we have mediator. Okay. Now, I had another pack. Bear with me while I just reach out behind me to find it. Just thinking I had another tiny little pack and I'm feeling like it's really missing. Here we go. Let's add to our little collection of oracle cards. I'm seeing this and also that one as well. You have the gem. How beautiful. You have the vision and you have the orphan. Gosh, this is a fascinating set of cards for January. Right, request, transition. Let's move our cards around, see what we can fit in everywhere. I think these could fit down here maybe. Let's have the orphan. Look at this hand reaching out, and then we have the gift, the request. I think in January somebody actually is going to reach out to you. I think they're going to ask for something. But it's very significant, and I think it requires you to make quite a significant commitment to something. Now, we've got the gem, we've got resilience, we've got the vision. Let's just have a quick look at this. Light attributes, mediator. Gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life. Respect for both sides of an argument. This is the light attributes. The shadow is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. And you have resilience. You also have this really profound energy of knowing that you are protected, supported, guided. I think, my pile ones, that someone reaches out to you, or there is a situation, a request. And I do think it is. Let's draw your tarot cards. I think it is it's a big request. I think you will question, some of you, what is this? As in what's the agenda within the question? Like is it real? Is it genuine? It's almost like someone reaches out and you're trying to consider whether this is a genuine offer or not, or whether it could come with a extra strings attached later or something like that. Let's find out more. What is this about? This is very specific. Let's find out more about this. You have the Six of Swords and the World. I wonder if it just involves, I think that the reaching out will involve a really big change for you. And therefore, in a way, it's kind of like it's really important for you to work out, is this the right way to move forwards or not? It would be like someone, I'll just use an example, but I'm going to get more information for you to see what this is about. But it would be, it's something that creates a different pathway to the future. So it's a future vision. And I think there is questioning, because it involves such a big change. I think, and I don't, it's not exactly a change of direction, although we'll get more information, but because it involves such a radical transition, a radical transformation in the shape of your life, a bit like relocating. Well, what if you were offered a job to relocate, but you need to up sticks and you think, well, wow, that's just a biggie. It's such a biggie. What if it doesn't work out, or what if it's not, there's something about what if it's not genuine. You're being very, very protected and guided here. This card is showing. We have the Nine of Swords. So there's kind of a bit of a concern about, for you, I think, about whether you wouldn't be making the right decision. I think it is a biggie. There's a big decision to make, but it is a request from someone, or it's someone reaching out and asking for something from you. On the one hand, it could be an absolute hidden gem, but I think you don't know, and this is what maybe makes it a little bit harder. You can see where it could go, but do you commit to it or not? Let's find out. Okay. Lots of cards flying out for you, pile one. May we kindly ask for detailed information about this, please? I am seeing that one as well. Right, what do we have? This one's flown over. So we've got the Knight of Swords. Can we put that up there a little bit? Maybe make a bit of space for us. Right, we've got the Knight of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Emperor. The Eight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the Ace of Cups too, my goodness me. And then you have the Four of Cups and the Page of Wands. I think this request is almost quite sudden, or quite it puts you, it's like it puts you on the spot, which is why you've got resilience. When somebody asks you a question and it's like, God, there you are, you're in the moment. It's got that sort of flavour about it. It's like it triggers this transition, and in all honesty, I rather think this is looking pretty good, if I'm truly honest. I think it's because it's such a big jump, it's such a big leap because it's a big change, it's a big transformation, it's a big commitment. And I think because of that, even though the request is, because the request is also a gift to you as well. And I think it has massive potential. Look at this egg with this beautiful tree with stars in it. It makes you look ahead, and it makes you think about the future. It really does. I think this big commitment, this big looking ahead, it's really interesting because simply by accepting it, you close a chapter of your life in some way, shape or form. It means you I don't know, I want to almost, in a funny way, I almost want to say a leap of faith, but it's got a different sense of gravity about it. I wonder with the orphan whether it connects to where your sense of belonging. It looks good, is all I can say here. I'll get some more information. It does actually look good. It's interesting with the Four of Cups. I'm really reminded of the imagery in some of the more traditional packs where with the Four of Cups, it's often seen as a gift there's like a hand coming in with a cup. With this one, it's different. The cups are already here. And look at the willow tree. This is like a weeping willow. You let go of something to move on to it. But my goodness me, it's ever so exciting. It's really, really, really exciting. Gosh, I don't know if I can get any more information about what it's about, but I will ask, because this is a general reading to reach many. But what you're really being shown here, and this is what the Cloak of Christ is about as well, it's like you are literally being enveloped wrapped in love, in the divine, in light, in the Christ light. It's you are surrounded, protected, validated, gifted. So I do feel this is an offer or a request that really changes. It changes your outlook and your horizons. Could make you. I'm just going to check in my camera is focused properly for you. Do you know it makes sure that you're. It's like this would be like if you were quite trundling along, in your world, and everything, the status quo is just as it is, your world is as it is, and, you're quite happy. And then somebody offers you something, and it's going to launch you into a very different world, different people, different outcomes, and it's very much bigger, better. But it's a big leap. It's not a small leap, it's a big leap. Hence, I think the need for resilience. When we make steps forwards in little increments, we can navigate those transitions much more easily. When we are, this is a huge leap. This is like working on the shop floor. You get a job somewhere just temporarily, you're working on the shop floor, and then all of a sudden, the next moment you suddenly find yourself being offered the job to be a senior manager, or someone comes along and says you've got everything it takes, you've got every skill possible, even though you thought you were just going to do something for a while that would be ticking you over, and this is going to rocket you. It's like it's a huge upgrade to your life, and there is a sense of you being personally recognized within this as well. I think you get recognized for the potential that you can bring to something. Yeah, you get seen with the vision, I think, as well. It's like you can't hide your light under a bushel anymore. You get seen. It's a big change. May we kindly ask if there's any other information we might find out, any other detail about this? We've got the Six of Wands, so this would suggest that you are made very visible. So there is something of you that is currently a bit of a hidden gem. So this could be something that, like a gift that you have, or a quality, or a skill set. But my goodness me, you're going to be very visibly seen, which is also why this is significant in terms of the big change. It could be like the recognition, I don't know, if you're working on something and then you get, I don't know, Oprah contacts you. Let's say you create meditations and Oprah contacts you and wants a conversation with you. Well, that's going to blow your world. Your world is going to exponentially change. Suddenly you're going to be known and visibly seen by millions of people. It's a huge transition. Wow. Your cards are just flying out. And then you have the Page of Swords. It is very new to you. So there's going to be a lot of adjustment, which is why you have the Fox of Resilience. I think this is quite mind-blowingly good. I'm not seeing anything negative. I think what we're being shown here is how big a deal this is in terms of the transition. And it's really new for you to adjust, and it's exciting. You're going to be learning new skills and fast. Literally, what's that saying, when you're learning on your feet? Pile one. Learning on your feet. But my goodness me, King of Cups, you embrace it. And we've got the King and Queen. So I think without any hesitation, I would say you can embrace this. You can do this. You are absolutely going to love it. You really, really are. But it will be fast, busy, happening. Interesting. Mediator. strategy. I do think it puts you in a position as well with the Emperor of Leadership. So there is something about not just being visible and seen, but I do feel you're rising to a position of leadership, again, where you are recognised and valued, seen, again, coming through. Yeah, this really is some element of you that you can put into action, your gifts, just the essence and energy of who you are. But it does come, for me, it is coming through as an offer, an invitation, someone reaching out to you, asking you to do something. Could you come on the radio? Could you, have a conversation on my YouTube channel kind of thing? Or there's something here. It rockets you. It rockets you to visibility. It rockets you into a place of respect. But you are nurtured, protected, wrapped in the Christ light. And I think you're going to be literally almost like learning on the job, because this is very, very new. Even though you're doing what you do and you're being who you are, it's a whole different avenue of experience, and therefore you are literally learning on your feet, thinking on your feet, learning the job on your feet, as it were. Wow, this is looking so unbelievably exciting. And with this egg timer, I would say this has probably been something that has been, one of the reasons you came here. Lots of things you've learned along the way are sort of have led to this moment in time. So it's a very, very powerful month for you. Very transformational for you, hugely transformational. Pile 1, this is your reading. I'm blown away, absolutely blown away. Dear ones, do come back as the month progresses, and, let me know what's happening in your worlds. I would so love to hear about this visibility and what's happening for you. Don't forget to subscribe, press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. And dear ones, for anyone that's interested in working with me, I'm going to be doing a whole series of Manifesting with the Moon webinars on Zoom this year, so you can sign up for those if you wish. Also my tarot course. If you are already on my tarot course, beautiful souls, I will add the webinars to your course packages, so you don't need to buy the webinars separately. And if you can't attend them live, you can watch the recordings and stream them to infinity, to your heart's content. If you want to learn to manifest with the moon, we will do a seminar every single month, a few days before the new moon, so you can really learn to activate the lunar energy, and you'll learn it month by month by month. So it's really exciting. Anyway, if you're interested in any of those things, I will put links below so you can sign up. My beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This is about some sort of purity. Azar, Star of Venus. We've got the clear quartz angel. There is something about reaching either a clarity or a purity, almost like down to a level of soul. Now, I'm not going to say any more until we draw your cards and see what else we're shown. But I am ever so kind of intrigued by your reading, actually, already. Now, you have 2 from this pack. You have defense and you have financial security. Okay. Okay. And you have adventure. Seeing this one. You have slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. This is the light attribute. The shadow attribute, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Good Gosh, and look at the adventure. This beautiful shell. This is really, and even the sky is sitting in another shell shape. And the shell is overflowing. It's in water, it's immersed in water, and yet it's also overflowing. This is about, I almost want to say, this may for some of you be about love. It may be diving into love. We have financial security as well. But it may be really diving into something, really embodying it without fear. I think there's something about navigating fear. This card literally talks about Azar being bringing the energy that could transform. It's like the love is so pure and so strong that it could transform the fear of millions into love, because that's how powerful it is. So I wonder if there is something that you come through, something that you would have normally been either defensive about. You own your own choice to really have something. You may be to dive into something with love. Let's get more information. I need more information. May I kindly know more for my beautiful, that doesn't feel right, my beautiful pile twos. That one does. The threshold, wow. We have Gnosis. Let me pop those down. And we have the village. Right, I do begin to understand this. This is about stepping out of your safe zone. The security, the financial security. Okay, let's just position these here. I think I'm going to draw some tarot cards before I say any more. But I do think there is a diving wholeheartedly into something, immersing yourself in some kind of new adventure that takes you out of your comfort zone, surrendering your power of choice to the divine, as opposed to giving your willpower to an external authority. It says here, out of fear of making your own choices. And I suppose the shadow attribute here that is I think what we're seeing here is something about clinging to something and not taking the leap. Even Gnosis is, you know, this card speaks about allowing yourself to have the real experience of something. And the village does speak about sort of security, but also the need to sometimes step out of that sense of security, to take the leap, to jump. Wow. I need to find out a lot more. This is just looking to be very, very interesting indeed. May we kindly ask for my pile twos, what is happening in January? This looks to be really, really exciting. May we kindly ask what is happening? I'm going to go with those. They've come out as they are. Let's look at those first. Okay, we have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. This is very, very interesting indeed, because this suggests that there will be a dilemma about perhaps taking that leap, about concluding something. What else do we have here? You have the Six of Wands. You have the Emperor. The Eight of Swords. We've got this dilemma again. You have the card of Strength. And you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. She looks like a puppet on strings here. Let's just tune in with what we have here. I think that there's a bit more to this than just sort of the idea of stepping into something new. This is about stepping over the threshold, taking yourself out of your safe zone. But it's like recognizing that, really immersing yourself in something and recognizing that, I don't know, trusting that you're being guided. It's not having someone else pull your strings. Maybe other people don't think that you should extend yourself. Like this shell is brimming with water. It's underwater, it's immersed, but it's brimming with water. There is something here where you could be brimming with possibility, with excitement, this new adventure. I think there will be people around you who will want you to stay safe. You know, like when you ask somebody about something and their advice to you is to play it safe. And I think that's because for them it would be right to play it safe. I don't think people necessarily mean to limit your horizons or to cramp your style. But it can be really challenging if you are really excited about something. You've got an idea, or you want to go and do something, or you want to set forth on an adventure. You decide you're going to give up your day job and backpack around the world or something. I don't know what, but you know, do something that would be different. And somehow it's something really, it's like you get the bug. It's in you. You just want to do it. And then you talk to people and they're like, yeah, but, you know, why would you give up this? Or why would you give up that? Or, oh, I wouldn't do that. That wouldn't be safe. Or, that, you know, that's not good. That's not a good thing to do. And so I think what you're doing is embracing something. I don't think it's such a challenge for you, interestingly enough, to step out of the safe zone. I think the challenge is that other people don't think that you should. That's the real deal. So whatever this is connected to, like you're investing in a new venture, or you're upping sticks and going somewhere, or you meet someone and you just dive in the deep end because this person's irresistible. There's something here about really diving into some kind of a new adventure. Now, because this is a general reading, this will be different and unique to you each. But I do feel with financial security and the 10 of Wheels, interestingly enough, I think it is a real golden dream. In a way, it's like going for gold. And I think everything in you knows it. This is one of those things where you cannot deny the pull to something, or the spark, or the chemistry, or the desire, the passion to do it. It's like it just feels so amazing. You want to do it, even though other people are saying, oh, I wouldn't do that, or I don't think that's a good idea, or maybe there's just somebody in your world. But I do feel you want to take the leap. And or to set forth, basically. You are brimming with excitement. You're spilling over with it. And I think that people view it, that the dilemma is that it changes your world. And in a way, I think that's difficult for people who are used to seeing things go in a certain way. They were expecting you to continue to do something in the way they've always expected you to do stuff. Let's see if we can get a bit more information, even though this will be unique to you each. It's like this is something you kind of almost like you need to do it for the experience, for the doing of it. Interesting, we have the 8 of Cups and the Page of Cups. This could be like setting forth on, it's interesting, we've got these sort of dualities of energy here. The 8 of Cups is very much walking towards something, leaving something behind. I think you do set forth. I think that's what we're being shown here. I think you trust, you trust in absolute, you get a really clear sense of direction, and you just want to do it. You want to follow it through, and so you do. I think you do, even though it might mean either disappointing some people or stepping out of... I think in many ways it's not just about simply sort of stepping out of your comfort zone. I actually think you step out of other people's comfort zones. So you dive in and do what's right for you. You have a clarity about this. Maybe kind of ask for further guidance. I'm seeing that you do actually do it. And I don't think it's so difficult for you to do, because there's just such a clarity in your mind that this is what you want to do. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, the Six of Cups. I'm not convinced that you're... I think you will... it's almost like there's no looking back. That's what I feel with the message of this card today. There's no looking back. Yeah, you have the Death card. This is it. You're going to do it. Knight of Wands, and you do. You absolutely do. We have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wheels. We have the Knight of Cups. And you have the Three of Swords. Where can I place this? Let's put it up here. I think you go for it. I think you go for something. It's really... Now, some of you may know, as you're watching this reading, some of you may know what it is. You may already be brimming with an idea that you want to follow through with, brimming with travel, adventure. You've been thinking about setting forth across the world. You could be brimming with a project, something that you want to do, or it could be brimming with love. You could be, you've met somebody, but it means upping sticks and moving. Whatever you are brimming with, let me just make sure that is that focusing properly? I hope that is. My screen looks a little bit wibbly wobbly, so I don't know if that is actually... I hope that's focusing for you in the way that it is actually. Oh, that looks a little better. See if I can even get it to focus a little bit better on this. Okay, if I put that down, it may help it to find its focus. But I think that's it. You see, I think you find your direction. In January, something becomes really clear to you. And you know you're going to follow it through. Even if, I hate to say this, but I don't hate to say it, that's the wrong language. But I do think it's like even if it breaks somebody else's heart, if they were absolutely set on you doing something else, but you've got to set forth on this adventure. And whether this is in love, whether it's in your location, your work, whatever it is, there is a new adventure to be had. And I do think it does involve letting go of some things, because those things are not a part of the new adventure. They're not a part of the new world. And I think it is absolutely compelling for you to go. You want to immerse yourself in the experience fully. And yeah, compelling is absolutely the word I feel. It is absolutely compelling for you to do this, even though technically people might look at you and say, well, that's not the safe option, or why would you do that? Or, there might be people around you who really would just don't think it's a good idea. But I think you do this because wholeheartedly you just want to dive in and have that experience. It is so vibrant and so real for you that it's like you just... I think you know that if you didn't grasp it, you would live with regret forever. It's like it's got that kind of feel about it. So I think you do. That's what I'm seeing in your January. Something comes along. Now, you, as I said, at the time of watching this reading, you may already know what this is about. And you might be sitting in this place on the edge of the threshold where you're thinking, do I, don't I? I've talked to a few people and they've said, oh, don't do that. I think in January you set forth on this, despite what other people think or say, or despite any kind of inner defensiveness, you overcome it. And I think you do set forth and literally immerse yourself. And it's a very real physical experience that you just, it's so irresistible. It's like it really pulls you in. It drives you. And that's what I'm seeing here. Wow. Keep me posted, my beautiful souls. Do let me know in the comments if you know what this is and you care to share it with us. I'm sure we would all as a community love to hear about it. If you want to make sure you never miss a reading, I post readings every Sunday with immediate guidance and advice, and we look at the week ahead. So it's like a weekly touch base with spirit, along with lots of other pick a card readings. Do check those out as you journey through your new adventure, and do let us know how your world is unfolding. It is wonderful to hear from you. And also, beautiful souls, if you're interested in traveling into some new territory with me, I am doing monthly seminars on Zoom this year about learning to manifest with the moon. We meet a few days before every new moon. If you can't attend the actual live seminar with me, there will be recordings of those meetings, and we will look at the incoming energy of the moon and manifesting with the moon. So if that's something that really interests you, literally we're doing that through the whole year, every month, a real deep dive into learning about the moon and how that works. If you are already doing my tarot course, you do not need to buy the moon seminars. They will be added to your tarot course. So just saying that because I don't want you to go off and purchase something extra. And I'll put the links below if you want to jump on board with that, or you're interested and just want to register for further information. So beautiful souls, tons and tons and tons of love. Have an amazing January. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Very interesting, because this is about following your heart, and Rose Quartz is about love, listening to your heart. The right choice. I just really center myself on the energy of this card for you. What is happening for you in January? Wow. This card is speaking to me of discernment, of maybe some things, kind of a shift in your perception is coming through, that maybe something that you thought you wanted isn't, or something completely different comes into your world, and it's almost like a soul reunion and completely different to what you thought you would ever have wanted, but it's like your soul is just singing and you know that's right for you. Yeah, let's ask for more guidance and more information and find out about your January. I'm unbelievably blown away by these readings. I really, really am. You have healing energy. Oh, that is beautiful. What a lovely, lovely card to receive. Let's see these two. Remember. See, there is this energy coming through around you of like a reconnection. Remember who you are, or someone remembers you, or you meet someone. There's a reflection. This is like you find yourself again, or you remember who you are, or you reconnect maybe with the whole of the world at a different level. Let's get more guidance. What else do we have? We kind of get more information. You have the eternal child. Seeing this one and this one. The queen and the offering. I do feel you, maybe for some of you, it's almost like you can, this remember is like returning to, returning to a place where you reconnect with yourself, with your inner child, but you do it from a position of being the adult. It's like, it reminds me of, I remember a long time ago going to Stonehenge Free Festival, in the days when at the summer solstice, people just rocked up and set up camp and created a festival, and it was completely free, and it wasn't something, it wasn't organised or paid for, and there was access to sit on the stones, and very, very different times. But it's like, I remember in part of the festival, somebody put up a banner, somebody had painted it at the entrance, and it said, "It's never too late to have a happy childhood." And I've never forgotten it. It was like, that's what they did. They painted this banner, and the main, what became the main street of the festival, where people were sort of arriving to sort of sell food and make food and do whatever they were doing. But yeah, in that main street, it's never too late to have a happy childhood. That's what's coming through here. It's like you return to something. Something comes to you. In fact, something comes to you. It's an offering, a gift. Something is given to you that heals you at such a core level that it's like you can return to that place of a happy childhood. Visionary. Wow. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. This is interesting. I'm just going to put my glasses on so I can read this properly, because the writing is quite faint. Okay, right. Light attributes. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. The shadow attributes. Selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay. This has got a very powerful energy. I'm noticing what looks like the moon almost here. But we've got this, or I don't know whether it is like almost a crystal ball, a vision. Look how the hand is offering here as well. And then here we have this circle behind the tree. I think, now whether you are gifted with an idea, like a vision, or someone comes along, literally it could be that source spirit comes along and gifts you with something, or it could for some of you be, that something is offered to you or gifted to you that takes you back to something that you had already thought of. So you return to something, and now is the time for you to be able to have it or to heal it. Something very lovely, happiness, well-being, your path, your direction, something is almost like restored. For some of you, it's given back to you. That's coming. Something is given back to you. Like if you have had a really difficult life and you've never felt that you could just play like a child. It's like something is given back to you. You're healed. You can become, you can play like a child. Let's have a look at these three. They're coming through fast. We have the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, or the Eight of Cups. Sorry, my apologies. Okay. Peace of mind is given to you. Whatever this is, it brings that happiness. It brings that sense of peace. If any of you have been struggling with health issues, peace of mind is coming through very strongly. Peace of mind, relaxation. I mean, you can't play like a child. You can't be in touch with your inner child and play if you are constantly, if you're really, really stressed or you're experiencing heightened anxiety. It's just not possible. This returns you to a place of stillness. I'm seeing of peace. Maybe somebody gives this to you in some way or helps you in a way. Maybe that some of you do meet or find a visionary, somebody who will guide you and offer you an opportunity to find your peace, to find your direction, to get still, to reflect, to remember who you are. This could be a gift from spirit, from source. But it is healing. This is all about healing. It's about peace of mind. Let's see what else we're shown. Can we get more guidance, more information? We've got the Hierophant showing itself here. Yeah, and look, this has such an ancestral feel to it, this particular card of the Hierophant. And you've got the High Priestess. Wow, just coming straight through. However this arrives, and we're going to try and get more information as to how this arrives. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got with the cards we've got so far. But I feel like however this arrives in your world, you get, it's like a gateway is opened for you, and you're given the key to something. But it gives you security, peace of mind, an ease. It's like this internal well of wellness. You relax. You can take. It's like you can take your time, like a child would be playing. I do wonder for some of you whether financial security, something blossoms. If you've made any historical investments that could have even with the Nine of Swords have been a bit risky, and they come forward. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles and we have the Star. In January, my beautiful pile threes, something is, and I do think it's something is gifted to you. Now, it could be an idea that you move forwards with, or it could be someone who helps you to see with clarity, but something brings a healing. It's like it's the key to something. And I think but I do think it brings you peace of mind. It puts you back on track. You feel comfortable with where you are. What else do we have here? We have the Seven of Cups and the Ten of Swords. It really does bring to an end perhaps a time when you have felt as though your choices were limited, or you've maybe been on an autopilot response for some of you, where you have reacted in a certain way. It's like, again, if you're feeling stressed, then whenever we're stressed, we can't see the choices that are in front of us because we're not objective. We're too tangled in the stress. It's really interesting because actually I had something happened in my world not long before Christmas, which was really, really quite stressful. It was kind of like an ethical situation that I was needing to deal with. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to be facing a huge amount of challenge with somebody who was going to behave very unethically, and that could escalate and would just be really hard work, or whether it would kind of get ethically fixed. Would I get an ethical response and it would be fixed and it would be sorted? And actually I did get the ethical response, which was really, really lovely and a really positive outcome. But I didn't know, while I was in this waiting zone for a few days, my goodness me, while I didn't know, because I knew if it escalated, it would have just put so much on my plate. It would have been really, really difficult to carry on, to complete the work that I do. It would have just intruded. But even the level of stress intruded. I found myself feeling like I wanted to do some readings and I just wasn't in the right zone to do those readings because that level of stress was around. And I feel like for you, it is as if some layer of stress is removed. It comes to an end, and therefore you can see clearly, you can make decisions, you can make choices, you can relax with confidence. For some of you, this could connect to some form of financial stability, because we have the Nine of Wheels. So something you have historically done could come to fruition. You return to something that you are now going to move forwards. But something, whatever it is for you, because it will be personal to you, but whatever it is for you, actually, the real shift is that it changes how you personally feel, like right through to the core of your soul. So yeah, if you've suffered from trauma or difficulty, it's almost like that gets laid to rest. Someone offers you something, maybe there's guidance or there's some form of healing. Or as I said, if financial difficulty, some form of finances or a stable job, or but there's whatever gives you the most stress. That's what I'm going to say. Whatever is the peak of stress for you in your world at this time, something is gifted to you, or that vision or an idea, however it comes, something is gifted to you that removes that heartache, that fear, that uncertainty, the stress, the not knowing, the feeling not okay, the trauma. Or I've met a lot of people actually as well. I've had a lot of discussions recently with people about PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, but what I would call low grade PTSD, that's there through, I would call it the trauma of normality. You know, when lots of things keep going wrong, and each time you are eroded a little bit more, or your confidence in yourself is eroded a little bit more, or your confidence in people is eroded a little bit more, or your confidence in the world at large, even in source, in spirit. It's like, and you start to live on a higher alert. Your volume control, your alert volume control is turned up. And it's like it's turned up because something happens, but it doesn't get the opportunity to turn back down again. So it's up, and then it goes up again, and then it goes up again, and it builds and builds and builds. And suddenly you're in a really, really heightened, you're in a place of high alert and heightened stress, but you're not turning the volume down. And I think there are a lot of people in the world who have that, not from a big trauma, though some of you may have experienced a big trauma and be in a place of PTSD or heightened stress from that, and I'm really sorry if that is the case. But there are also many people in the world who have that different level of kind of heightened alert and PTSD, and it's very real because we react when we're in that zone. You know, I even noticed it, as I said, just before Christmas. I had a certain circumstance. I had to wait several days. I didn't know what the outcome and I felt my stress levels going up and up and up, you know, because I didn't know what I was going to be, how much I would have to deal with. But fortunately, as I said, really great outcome. But, you know, really, really interesting, even as an experience to observe it in myself and how it impacted, you know, emotionally and physically and psychologically and just in my energy. So I do feel beautifully positively, and my apologies if I'm waffling, but I was a psychotherapist for 30 years. So this sort of stuff is very much in my mind and in my world when I'm doing readings as well. But, you know, beautiful souls, what I see here is the resolve of this. It's the end of it, which I think is absolutely spectacular and amazing. For anyone that's ever lived on high alert, you will know how extreme that can be and how challenging it is ongoing. This is resolved. Queen of Swords, and it is resolved. She has such an energy of resolution. You know, she has the feminine energies and qualities of the queens, but she also has a very clear, crisp state of mind. She's not wobbled easily. You have the World. You have the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords is very much a card of, in some ways, of heartbreak, but actually, it's the point when the world opens up. It's the point when, it's like if you've had a bereavement, for example, And that's really put you through the mill. And I'm so sorry if that applies to any of you in terms of stresses. But it's the point when, or a difficult ending to a relationship. But the Three of Swords is the point when it's like life comes knocking on your door again. It's time to open the door and move beyond it. It's a very positive card, even though it's the imagery in the Three of Swords is usually portrayed in a more, in slightly darker, more challenged way. But it's because it's completing something and moving forwards. It's the transition point. And with the world, I'm really seeing this beautiful world tree. I think you're being shown that not only is something going to end, of course, with the Three of Swords, because this is the transition. This is when life comes knocking on your door again. So not only is something gifted to you to transform whatever it is that is a difficulty for you, but there is something there's a big, it's like life literally is knocking on your door again. Something is offered to you. Perhaps it's the something that concludes it. It would be like if you were broken-hearted from a relationship, you'd had a difficult ending, then what's metaphorically knocking on your door would be a new relationship. It's the thing that will heal it. Yeah, Four of Wheels. It's the thing that will heal it. Being gifted something to fix something that felt stuck. Oh, that is the one. And look at our Knight of Cups coming in and riding in. Right, whatever is for you a stress or a difficulty or something that you have a high alert about, the residue of something from the past, whether it is recent past or whether it goes way back to, memories of childhood, whatever it is, something arrives in January. So whatever that is for you, the thing that will fix it is arriving. So if that was a broken heart, it would be a new loving partner. If it was, there's been real financial hardship, if you say you were, heaven forbid you were ripped off or somebody scammed you, it would be, someone comes in who gifts you some money and helps to fix that. It's taking you through a gateway of something happened where you felt you'd lost faith or trust in source or spirit. Something comes along that renews your faith and trust in spirit, or renews your faith and trust in people, or whatever it is. Something comes in and it fixes the thing that has been broken, that has caused you to not be okay. And that is what I'm seeing in your reading, pile 3. And I think it is magic and beautiful. And I am literally thrilled and over the moon for you. I really, really am. Now, beautiful souls. Through 2026, I am doing monthly seminars on Zoom, where you meet with me and we look at how to manifest with the moon and literally look at the energy that month and, the Celtic tree law around the moon and different moon phases. It's a super thing to be doing. I've certainly been guided to do it. If you're interested in joining me for that, I'll put a link below. If you want to sign up for that, you are very, very welcome. If you miss the actual dates of the live events, there will be recordings that you can stream to infinity for your heart's content. So if you want to learn to manifest with the moon, you can, and you can't attend the seminars, that's fine. If you are doing my tarot course, if you're already on the tarot course or you're interested and you think you're going to do the tarot course, you don't need to buy both. The moon seminars will be added to your course bundles. So if you're already doing the tarot course, don't think, oh, I'd love to do the moon seminars. You can do them as well. You don't have to pay for both. So do check them out if that's something that you want to do. I'll put the links below. Beautiful souls, I am sending you all the love in the world.